Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Aliyah, and today we're back with our special guest, one of my favorite people in the world, Watson. Today we're going to be going back to doing some Reddit stories, Am I the Butthole? And today Watson got us some good stories. I haven't seen any of these. He said we got some good juicy ones, some juicy buttholes. And
pucker up and get yourself something good to eat, something to drink.
And we're about to jump right in. So for the first story, am I the butthole for getting a cashier in trouble because he didn't believe in February 29th? Oh my god. Oh.
It was stupid, so I had to use it.
I'm thinking if I was a cashier, someone said, oh, it's the 29th. All you have to do is look at your phone. The computer that you're working on have the time and dates on it.
You gotta read this.
Just
go ahead.
Is it worse? Is no common sense used at all? Oh god. Today after leaving work, I needed to pick up some wine, so I made a stop to a local grocery store to pick up some cleaning supplies and cat sand. I have permanent baby space, so I'm always ready to give the ID. Usually there isn't a problem. The cashier just hands it back and I go my merry way. I get to the register, it's morning so it's empty, and I put my things when the cashier, Kevin, gives me a side eye, and the following conversation ensues. Kevin: aren't you a little too young to be buying wine? Me: I get that a lot. I'm 21. I hand my ID to Kevin. Kevin: good try, but this is a fake. Me: excuse me? This is a fake ID. You're not gonna fool me. I bet the bleach is just for you to get high. Me: why would you think it's fake? And how am I gonna get high with bleach? Kevin: because February just have 28 days, and this says February 29. I'm not stupid. Me: what? Kevin: now get out before I call security. Me: excuse me, but February has 29 days every 4 years, and I need my ID back. Kevin: no, I'm destroying this. Now get out. Note that I have bad anxiety and confrontation makes me retreat, so I was completely ready to just go to another grocery store. Kevin gets out of his till to go find someone from the staff room. Me: excuse me, but I need my ID. I'm raising my voice at this point and following him. Kevin: no, I'm gonna cut it. Now go away. This is staff only. The grocery store is pretty empty, and he was the only cashier in shift. Pretty common where I live. I start to shut down when a woman in a different uniform that was there raised her voice from another door to the staff room. What is happening here? Kevin, what are you doing? This kid is trying to buy alcohol and things to get high with a fake ID. Me: it's not a fake. Please give it back. Kevin: get some scissors so I can snap it. The woman: Kevin, February 29th is real. It's a leap year. Kevin: no, leap years are a myth from the Greece before the church took over. They aren't real. The woman takes the ID from Kevin's hands and hands it back to me, who is almost in tears. Woman: I'm so sorry. I will have a stern talk with Kevin. Let me check you out. Me: I just nod and follow her back to my shopping. She gives me my groceries and I pay for them. Woman: could you come with me to sign a paper stating what Kevin has done? Me: sure. For what? Woman: because no one believes me when he does things and I need it in paper so I can report him. Kevin, you get him fired. You're out of here. Pack it up, Kevin. I just went and signed a statement. I still don't understand why she needed one. I told what happened to my roommate and he told me I shouldn't have signed anything because now Kevin's gonna get fired for a very minor thing. And that the woman was probably just mad at him for something else and wanted to use this to get him out the store. And that it's my fault for having such a confusing It's my fault for having such a confusing birthday. I don't know Reddit, I'm just tired. Am I the butthole?
Hey man.
I think I lost brain cells after reading that one.
Where do you want to start off? Because I didn't know where to start off.
Okay, first of all, let's just get the judgment out of the way. You're not the butthole. Kevin's a dumbass. That's what it is. Kevin gets everything that's coming to him. Come on, Kevin. You're telling me all his life. No. It's not that he didn't know it was real. He didn't believe it existed. That's what the problem is.
Yes.
What the heck? It's just a myth from the Greece. just like daylight savings.
I thought they were I'd never seen a fake ID. But I thought there were more obvious signs than the date for it to be like, you know, to be thought of as fake. So even if if you saw it, you would know, like, this looks way too official, so there's no way it could be a fake. Can I just be wrong?
I don't
know.
know.
What's worse? I think he knew that he was wrong.
I don't think he knew he was wrong because of that excuse. He knew exactly what February 29th, the myth, the legend, February 29th. Leap years? No, conspiracy from the Greece.
Shouldn't he be like a couple days off then?
Yeah, he should be celebrating his birthday on the leap year, a day off. So that means on February 29th, on a leap year, he would just assume it's the first because he's not gonna fall like those other sheep.
This was so annoying for no reason, and the worst part is, I don't even think Kevin was like an older person. I'm pretty sure he was young.
I don't know, but you're not the butthole for signing this paper.
But your roommate is most definitely one for saying that it's a minor thing, because you almost lost your ID.
Yes, that is $25 replacement.
Literally, you could have gotten pulled over right after you left, and it's like, where's your driver's license?
Well, this dude named Kevin didn't believe it was my birthday, and then he cut it, and now here I am. Can you step out the car? They're gonna do a whole sobriety test on you, because what the heck is that story? It's your fault for having a confusing birthday.
It's like,
You know what? You're right. Let me just go back in the womb and tell my mom, wait one more day.
One more year. And what she did was for the best, because if the manager says this happens a lot and they can never catch him, she finally has a witness to the stupid.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's no way you probably will watch the security tape, and it's just Kevin holding up the ID, and the girl's just trying to jump. He's like, no, loser. I'm gonna call the security.
Can't get it. I got this one also because it kind of reminded me of you.
Why?
Huh?
Well, who am I in this situation?
You would be the
woman?
Yeah.
Trying to get Kevin out of there?
Mm-hmm.
So, the top comment, not the butthole, you don't have a confusing birthday, and it wasn't a very minor thing. I had the same idea for some reason. How about you? Did you get that?
Mind-boggling, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Maybe we're the minority.
Oh, wait.
Oop. Next story.
This one I still have conflicts with, but I understand most definitely what the answer is.
Am I the butthole for giving my daughter the ultimatum when it comes to college? The title sounds bad, I know, but let me give some context. Me, 47 female, and my husband, 48 male, have a daughter, 20 female. She was just a regular kid who was very smart. When she was 17, she went through a very traumatic event. I don't want to go to the details about the event. It caused her to go into a downward spiral. She has had some dark moments, some of them leaving her in a hospital. She developed a lot of mental problems, and her grades and social life slipped. We decided to pull her out of school to focus on her mental health. We just want our little girl back.
Family household with Caribbeans, boy, it's like, mental. If you don't
Not the beating.
get your grades back up.
Have you tried praying? Have you prayed about it?
Yo, beat the depression out you, bro.
A few years later, she's gotten better. She's got back into school. She's a lot more social. And even though she's not the same as before, it feels like I got my girl back, and I'm so proud of her. She's 20 and finished high school. She is now applying to colleges. When we were discussing her college options, she mentioned one that is very far from us, about an 8-hour flight. I told her she shouldn't go to that college because if something were to happen, I wouldn't be there to help her. She insisted that she wanted to go there and that it was her dream school and that if something happened, she would come home immediately. I want to trust that she would, but I have a gut feeling she wouldn't. We got into a huge argument and I gave her the ultimatum that if she went to that college, I would not pay a penny. She's an adult and she's free to go to that college. But I don't feel comfortable with her going there, and I don't want to pay for a plan that I'm not comfortable with. I talked to my sister. She said that I'm the butthole for keeping her on a leash, that she has been stuck at home for years and she wants to be free from the nest. My sister makes it a point, am I the butthole? Yes.
I understand that you're most definitely the butthole. They had their child literally lose their life from whatever it was before. I say lose their life because they weren't the same person. They were basically slipping as a person altogether. On the chance that she may relapse, and they can't be like the first responders to try to help her again.
But the thing is, we don't know what she went through. All the things that they said happened could happen from any traumatic event. It could be SA. It could be just normal, like regular anxiety, depression. So we don't really know what took her out of commission for a few years. But I feel like if she's back and she wants to go, she's back in school, she's a lot more social. Even though she's not the same before, you're never going to be the same before after a traumatic event. So for you to even be thinking that she would just snap back to normal, it doesn't just erase from your mind of these things that happened to you. I think she should be able to go to college. The fact that 8 hours is a break, give or take, to your whole support for your daughter kind of sucks, because she's now 20. She's about to be starting her own life where you're going to be like, honey, I'm not going to the wedding. It's 8 hours away. Honey, you're not moving out. I'm not helping you with your first apartment. It's 8 hours away. Like, come on. And what's really 8 hours? That's a shift, baby. I'll be there at the end of the day. And then, as long as you keep that open line of communication, there shouldn't really be a problem with this, like, going to her dream school. It's her dream school. Let her go.
I understand her not wanting to basically assist in a plan she doesn't agree with. Because if something goes wrong, she's going to feel worse knowing that she was the one helping her to get involved in something that could actually end up messing up her long term again.
Okay, but you can take that same statement, put it through anything. Don't want to go hiking because if anything would have happened, I don't want to sign up for a plan. Like, you can say that for anything. You can't live life on such a short leash. The closer you hold this girl, the further she's going to go away when you let that leash go. If anything, you making her miss the opportunity to go to her dream school could easily send her back to spiraling, because now she's not even living for herself anymore. After battling or coming back from something traumatic, obviously put her in the hospital a few times. If she's finally getting back her own footing, let her make her own choices.
She's free to make the choice, it's just that they won't help with it.
I don't think that's a good idea. This is your child. So you're only okay with helping your child under your conditions. That's not real parenting. Especially if she's an adult now. She's fine, you don't really have to give her money, but at the end of the day, if you don't let her go, and if you don't help her go to college, you're just gonna mess up your relationship even more than what you could be doing. I get it, but the argument of trying to keep her safe, this is not the plan. Plans are meant to be broken.
Those are rules. Everybody agreed that most definitely they're the asshole, but...
Okay, so top comment. Soph, you're the butthole. Your daughter has made a decision and decided this school is her dream school. Forcing her to go somewhere else because you can't let go of your little girl, your words, and so you can monitor her every move will only make her miserable. Exactly. I can tell you are a loving parent and want what's best for your daughter. Please don't clip her wings as she's just learning how to fly again. That's what I was saying. I totally agree, because I don't know. I understand that you want to be protective of your kid, but you can't live life in fear. You can't live life on a short leash. And she is absolutely going to be miserable if you not allow her a chance to finally gain back some control in her life.
I still agree that they are assholes.
Alright.
I felt something off about the story. I don't know if you feel off about this one.
Am I the butthole for telling my husband to stop buying breakfast for his coworkers? I, 23 female, have told my husband, 24 male, to stop buying breakfast for his male coworkers several times. I've told him that it makes me feel lesser than them since we never go out for breakfast, as he is always too tired. Yet, when he's at work, he's more than happy to go get breakfast with his coworkers or just buy it for them. Not only do I feel like he prioritizes relationships with them over me because of this, but we can't be throwing our money at things like that. Our budget has entertainment for each of us, and he refuses to take it out of his entertainment funding. He says that it shouldn't matter since it's less than $20 and gets mad at me for bringing anything up about it. If I'm anything but happy that he's going on breakfast dates with his coworkers, then I'm the bad guy. This has happened several times since we got married, and it's just getting more and more frequent. Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, she got me in the first half. I was like, but you just sound control. I see what's going on.
She did make an edit, so let's see what she has to say. Edit. I should mention that we have a strict budget that allows $20 each for fun money and $150 a month for groceries. The amount of money spent on breakfast is $70 each month on average, and it comes out of the grocery fund at the end of the day. The alternative is taking it out of bills, and that can't happen because we need our house and our electricity. I've also tried my hardest to set up a saving account for us, but he uses that to buy different projects for himself instead of saving up an emergency fund. We don't have kids yet, but I am a stay-at-home wife. He doesn't want me to have a job because he wants me to have time to make sure the house is clean. I
knew it was gonna take you off.
I'm sorry. I also have to beg him to take me on dates, and he actually gets irritated when I ask for breakfast dates because he wants to sleep all weekend. We rarely do anything that I want to, and it feels like he has more of a relationship with his coworkers than he does with me. I apologize for not adding this to the original post, and I'm sorry for the confusion that it has caused. So, am I the butthole for telling my husband to stop buying breakfast for his coworkers because of our budget and my feelings about it? Let me be honest. At first, I was totally about to say, bro, why are you on this bitch?
You really? I really was like,
relax, it's just $20 for the boys. But after that edit, girl, if you don't pack up your bags and dip.
What do you mean by husband? You mean ex-husband?
I'm sorry.
Go off.
Please stop getting married.
He's only allowed 5 red flags a year. 5 red flags a year.
Oh my goodness.
3 red flags a year? Damn, you're really strict. Okay.
No, but it's like these are continuous behaviors. I don't mind having red flags shown up 1 or 2 times, 3 times. But if I'm addressing it to you and you're not even trying to ease the situation here, why are we married?
Financial security.
Girl.
She doesn't have a job right now, so you know.
Was he acting like this before? I wonder.
There's no doubt in my mind that he was.
That's what I'm saying, because you don't just... They are 23 and 24, right?
High school sweethearts.
I don't know when they got married, but there's no way he wasn't showing signs of this behavior before you guys got together. Comments are spitting. The comments are going off on this dude. Let's go read the first one. So, first comment, top comment. Why is no one else commenting that he's refusing to let her work and forcing her to stay home and take care of the house when there are no kids? Where are all the red flag comments that usually come about with these posts? Not the butthole. This is like one of those signs that you see before. It's like you're supposed to notice these things.
The thing is, I think she was originally okay with it. Like, the idea of it, like, oh, you can stay home, I'll do all the work, all you gotta do is stay in the house. I think originally she was okay with it, but it was just everything else that came afterwards, after that one.
There's no way I'm staying at home and we don't have kids. What am I doing? Cleaning up the house all day, waiting for you to come back, and you want to eat dinner with me?
Wait a minute.
What are we taking? Your stay-at-home what? Wife?
Stay-at-home wife, yeah.
And look, okay, let me break it down for you.
Go ahead.
There's no kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want to eat with you. What you doing there? You're telling me you don't have to cook breakfast because he eats it with his coworkers. There's no kids up in the house.
You live in rent-free.
And I don't think she cooked dinner because she says they can't even go out to eat. I don't know. It feels like he's just keeping you as a pet.
I ain't finna fake. If there was a cougar out there and she wanted to do the same thing, I wouldn't even really, my bad.
No, she put it out the advertisements.
Hey,
not the advertisements.
That's literally what I heard everybody, man, wants right now, bro.
What, a pet?
No, wants to be the pet.
Oh, you want to be the pet?
Yes.
No, this is like low-key, like, manipulation 101.
Yes,
He's isolating you from anything. He's not giving you any chance to make real connections. Like, you know, somewhere to escape. He gets to go to work, you stay at home waiting for him. Your life revolves around him.
The oldest toxic tricks in the books, which is like literally making her dependent on you by if you don't make any money, you don't really have a chance of leaving.
Yeah, exactly. That's
if
why.
you don't go to college, you're not really gonna get a job that pays for all the things that you want or need.
Exactly. That's why, even though that stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom life is like kind of good, you can stay at home. You can be at home all day, take care of the kids. But if you're not making any efforts to have your own things and you're relying on one person, it's not going to work out in the end, especially when there's people like this that will take advantage that you maybe want to relax more, you maybe want to work on your hobbies at home, and he will just, look, a few months down the road, that's probably what happened to her. That's why she's here now. They probably got married right out of high school, probably maybe 20,
or in college,
21, or right out of college, and everything was sweet. You know, she still had her things at school, she still had her things here, and then he talks that stay-at-home life to you.
Mm-hmm.
Then a few months, few years, you look around and you're just like, what have I really been doing? You know?
No, what's funny? Right after I found this one, I found one about an older couple that was married for like a good 40-something years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the wife went back to nursing. She was a nurse for a good couple years. She went back to it while the husband's already retired. And he didn't want to really retire, down Max. And he really didn't want to retire. She told him to retire.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason he didn't want to retire is because both his father and grandfather died while working. Like, not on the clock, but like they worked until they died, to the day they died and stuff like that. And that's what he wanted to do too, but she didn't want that from him. So he retired. And now he's a stay-at-home husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before everything happened. She was making him lunches and taking care of the house and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man, for the first, I don't know how long, couple days, weeks, and months, she realized that he could not do what she did, which was make him lunches, take care of it. The only thing he could do was clean, and he went out to say that from a young age up until he even met her, he didn't have to lift a finger around the house. And he was asking, was he a butthole for not knowing how to do this? Like, it was way too hard. Bro, this is modern day. This is way too hard. I don't know how to do any of it. I don't know how to cook. I can clean.
There are relationship principles that I would like to follow in my relationships with not just romantic, but friendship. But in the sense of which one are you waving at? So for my romantic relationships, we can't be fully dependent on each other. I need to be able to help myself with the things that you can help me with, and I expect you to be able to do the things that I help you with. So in the situations of being a stay-at-home wife, if I can't make my own income somehow, you can stay at home. There's many different avenues to do different things and still have your freedom to stay at home and do certain things. And if I was a husband, I shouldn't just expect my wife. There shouldn't be any stories where your wife leaves you or your wife passes away and now you don't know how to cook. What do you mean?
Don't worry, we can go out to eat. Dad, we've been out to eat for the past 5 months, please.
That's sad. Where were you when this was happening? There's no way you're not just throwing all this on one person and not even trying to be engaged. There's a lot of present absent people in relationships.
And they don't even realize it until
they're
something
in Reddit.
happens.
They don't even realize it until they're on Reddit.
Oh, I just realized. She has something to do at home. She's on Reddit all day.
I know it can get so easy to be caught up in like the honeymoon stages and seeing all the best in people, but you have to really date intentionally, I would say. I'm coming to you with all the things that I expect in a relationship, telling you right now, if it can't be met, please let me know so I can spare my own feelings, spare your feelings, and we can just go our separate ways.
No, I agree. I feel like there has to be some type of balance. Both people in the relationship can bring whatever they can or whatever they have into it, but they should also try to, like, in a way, bolsters each other's flames. There's already a fire there. There should be a way for you guys to bolster each other.
If I'm sick, if I'm tired, if I'm depressed, I don't want to take a break. Now, when I'm finally up and ready, you're just like, oh, great to have you back to work. Dishes, kids, hair, taxes.
No.
Like, what? What do you mean? You should be able to do the same thing your partner does or provide the same support your partner does. Like, you shouldn't be 50-50. It should be 100-100. Bring your own happiness outside the relationship to your relationship. In this relationship, you do not have kids. Pack your bags and run. Go have breakfast with the coworkers. They eating.
Shoot, let me eat with the coworkers. I can be a boy too.
Girl,
With the boys.
first of all,
Where your girls at?
first of all,
Sorry. Oh, my God, go ahead.
to be honest, where are your girls at? Because your husband doesn't want to hang out with you. You gotta get some girls. And me and you, we aren't the same. My ass would have been at breakfast with them. You're at home. What are you doing? Get in the car and go have breakfast.
What you talking about? Like,
first of all, it sounds like you're bored as well. You sound like you're bored. Because if you weren't bored,
you wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be complaining about $20.
It was like, it ends up being $70 per month. Each, yeah, right there.
Girl, you're bored. I feel like you're both being a little too tight here. Obviously, he's a workaholic. There's something going on with him.
Is he a workaholic though? Like, I don't. For the most part, are you telling me that he honestly doesn't want you to get a job if you guys need to save up for, and you guys are on budgets like this?
Yeah, why are you on budget and not have a job and you don't have kids? What are you doing at home?
What are you striving for?
This was made 11 hours ago.
11 hours ago? Bro.
Girl, if you don't get off ready and get a job, and then you can have your own $70 and not worry about it.
According to Kevin Samuels, you got like 7 more years. You're and if he can't afford it, why don't you both have jobs? And like, why is he making sure that you don't have a job? Like, I don't understand. It's 2021.
Yeah, exactly. How about we take this as a learning moment? Let me give you some homework. First, you need to get a job. If he refuses to let you get a job, red flag, leave him.
I feel like she tried only because he doesn't.
He doesn't want me to have a job because he wants me to have time to make sure the house is clean. And I have to beg him to take me on dates. And he's irritated when I ask him for breakfast because all he wants to do is sleep. Here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
If a man actually likes you, you will not be begging to be taken out on dates, to be shown around, to be treated nicely if he actually liked you. He wants you to he wants a maid. Deadass? Honey, I think we found the problem. You're a maid. Thank you so much for joining me on this Am I the Butthole episode with our partner in time, partner in crime, Watson.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, you like that? Any final words for our audience?
Don't stay in toxic relationships if you really don't have to. Even if you see a reddish-orange flag, you better just walk away. It's not even worth it.
I really think people need to start living intentionally because after 2020, it's just, there's no need to be wasting time on people that are just not going to appreciate you. Life is too short, pretty much. Think about it. You're spending your best years, girl, stuck in a house cleaning. You're 24. You can be out there. You heard what Kevin Samuel said. You got a few more years left.
No, that's not even funny though. Like that's a toxic relationship waiting to have. There's a reason why people are throwing out those traditions. Do not live up to them. They are not good for you at all.
Please don't be wooed and wowed by traditional lifestyles. There's a way to live life for you, by you, with other people that complement you. And I believe that you should probably get into that.
Look for a partner, not a master. He's definitely wanting people to be a servant.
Like, oh my god, yeah, oh my goodness. Anyways, we'll see you next time. My name's Aliyah. Thank you for joining us. Bye.